What is up, everybody? Just wanted to kind of start the video out in the guest bedroom, looking at the new aquarium. I finally got the rest of the sump cleaned up, got some more of the equipment inside, and I've actually got the lights plugged in right now because I'm considering putting the lights up on the 75. I don't think I will, just because the way they're spread out. It's too far for the other tank. Like, some of the lights wouldn't even be like shining into the tank. They would be like shining on the floor essentially. So I don't think I will, but I just wanted to see the lighting schedule so I can maybe try to program mine on the lights that I have on the 75, so then everything can kind of get used to it. These are the lights, and the camera doesn't really do it justice, but man, these things are, I mean, they're bright. They are super bright, and I have them spread out right now. Essentially, I mean, once I get this kind of all squared up, everything will be center. But I mean, man, these things are freaking bright. It's insane. And this is the sump right here. I believe it's a Trident sump. I can't remember exactly what it is. But this is the sump. This is where the filter socks go. And then this is where all of like the live rock and or actually no, sorry, this is where like the macroalgae went. That's where he had it. And then I believe he had some of the live rock in here in the auto top off. I'm not sure. I need to go back and look at the pictures that he had sent me to see. And this might have just been the auto top off in a hole, and this was just the live rock and macroalgae. But I have no idea. I need to go back and look and see. And plus two, I do have the bucket that I have hooked up to the 75 gallon. So if anything, you know, the macroalgae can go in here, live rock can go in here with the pump, because he did have the pump that pumps the water back into the tank in here. And I am going to get a UV sterilizer to put in here as well. Which will probably go in here, maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. I got to figure this whole thing out. I know that the macroalgae was for sure in the middle. There is a protein skimmer. I can't remember if he had it over here or if he had it over here. But I'm definitely going to get it figured out, and then that way I can start planning for that. But if anything, I'll just use the bucket for the auto top off. But that's the plan. Like I said, I'll just see how it all works out. I have the pictures from whenever he sent me everything, so I'll look at it and see how he had it set up. And I've got a buddy too that he has kind of the same system, so I'll just reach out to him and see how he had his set up, and then kind of just go from there. But other than that, I mean, everything else is pretty self-explanatory for this system. You know, it's no different than a lot of the systems everybody has. I do have the gyro pump from the 75 gallon in here, because I put the one that goes in here in there into the 75 gallon. I actually feel like it's doing a little bit better in the other one, just because the flow, I can increase it and lower it a little bit better. This one has a good controller on it where you can really change a lot of stuff, but I don't know. Sometimes for me that is just it's a little confusing to try to work. So I have the other one on it. Everything's doing great. I'm still considering putting both gyro pumps in here. Like I said, the other one, it's doing pretty good. You know what, let me just show you. So the other one's doing pretty good. I don't really know how to explain it, but I feel like everything just looks a little bit happier. Like everything's moving. Like the torch is, it's like it's constantly moving. Like with the other one, there were pauses where you could see where the flow like was no longer coming through. And so it would just pause, and then like the torch would just kind of go into like a no motion state, and then it would pick back up and start like kicking it around again. But now it's constantly moving. There's not really like a where it stops because it's pulsing. And kind of the same thing for like the GSP, the tube anemone, and then the other anemone. You can see this one. I mean, it's literally just like it's shaking. It's just moving. It's constantly moving. All the fish seem to like it too. I mean, since I put this new power head in, this gyro pump in, all of the fish have been out like swimming like crazy. Not that they weren't before, but like you could just tell they're a little bit more active. And I think it's because of the flow. I know that tangs like a lot of flow, so that could be why. But I just feel like it's a little bit better in here. And then the other one, whenever I move to the 150, this one's going to obviously go in the 150 just because that's what it's meant for. But just for now, it's going to go in here until I have the 150 set up. So we'll see. I think that I might run both in the 150 just to have a lot more flow. I like flow. We like things that are super flowy. So I might do that. I don't know. Whenever I actually have it set up and I have it full of water, I'll probably put them both in and then just kind of see, you know, where the flow state is, if it's doing good, if it's not, and if it's too much or if it's too less. I mean, the good thing if it's less is there's so much room on the power head that's in the 75 to turn it up. I would be able to turn it up and get it to like a perfect point. But also I haven't been able to see it in the 150, and it is very strong. I mean, it goes up to 100, so it's a pretty strong power head, or gyro, whatever you want to call it. So I'll probably I'm going to put both of them in here. We'll test it out, see how they flow, see how it looks. If it seems like it's too much, then I'll take the Hygger one out that I have, and that will go back into the 75 gallon. And then the one that's in the 75 gallon now that's meant for the 150 will just stay in the 150. And then, like I said, I can always turn it up or turn it down. But I just like to have a lot of flow, especially for some of the fish that we're going to have in here. They like flow. You know, I plan to have a few more tangs. Like I would like to get a yellow tang. I'd like to eventually get a powder blue, a gem tang. One of my dream fish is an Achilles tang. So now, if I get all of those in one bunch, I doubt it. It'd probably be like one or two out of that group. But, you know, some of the fish that we do plan to get will need flow. So, but other than that, that's pretty much everything for the 150. I'm still cleaning the protein skimmer. There's still 2 or 3 heaters. There was a heater on each side and then one in the sump. I don't know that we necessarily need all 3. He was running all 3, so maybe I'll just keep it like that. But there are 3 heaters. And then I still have to clean the piping that goes through here into the sump. Just because it's dirty. Not that it's going to, you know, ruin anything, but when I go to set all this up, I really just want to keep everything nice and clean. I want to make it look as nice as possible. I'm a clean freak like that when it comes to certain things within my hobby. And so I just want to make sure it's all set up perfectly and all clean and all looking nice. So, but other than that, that's it. So this video was just kind of really about the 150 and to show you the lights. They are bright. I'm going to leave them on because I want to watch the lighting schedule that he had set up, because this is his lighting schedule and he had all kinds of crazy corals in it, so clearly it works. But I'm gonna leave them on so I can pay attention to that. And then other than that, I'm just gonna kind of work on cleaning the protein skimmer over the next week, and then cleaning the piping, and then getting ready for it all to come inside. And then I might move the stand inside. I don't know if I really will, but I might. If I don't, it's just going to stay in the garage until the tank is ready to be installed. I want to try to get the 75 gallon moved into my office as soon as possible. So once I do that, the 150 will go into the living room or into the kitchen. So, but thanks for tuning in. I know this wasn't a super exciting video, but I'm super excited about this. Once we get it set up and we get water pumping, we got sand and rock in there, and we can start getting fish and coral in there, it is going to be so much more exciting. Maybe we'll go and we'll do some crazy days at the store where we just buy a crap load of fish and coral. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to keep an eye out for the next one, and we'll see you guys next time.